Oops. Need to refigure out how to do this. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is the night before NYCC, day one. It's a little bit like my comic book Christmas Eve, if you will. If you can equate that to the holiday experience. Night before the con, I always get pretty excited about the days that lie ahead and people I'm going to see and things I might find, or just, generally have a good time at the event. So that's why I'm doing this. So before I get into it, because I have like a whole bunch of different stacks of different stuff over months, I guess, sitting around here. And there's really no particular order, so I may just kind of wing it here at this point, and I'll try to remember some details around some of this stuff, and for other ones I may not have any details just because I have pure lack of memory or whatever. But we'll get into it here in a second. If you're going to NYCC tomorrow and you do watch the channel, and recognize me or not, whatever, let me know. 2 years ago I got recognized a few times for the first time, so I'm hoping maybe 2 additional years of very lazy content strategy makes me even more recognizable, but you never know. We shall see. But obviously it's going to be a smaller crowd, and maybe less people traveling from out of town this time to go, but we shall see. I'm looking forward to the show and being back at Javits Center for something cool and fun to do. So we'll get going in a second, but I'm going to say quick hello. We got Magic Lasso. What's up, Ryan? We got JP. What's up, buddy? I don't know about always, but usually if I let things stack up for several months at a time, there's some decent stuff. We got Jimmy, Geek Aficionado. What's going on, brother? All right. Well, good to see a couple people in here. I don't even know the last time. I can't even, besides the art episode that I did with Issues recently, I don't think I've done a video in like a month or something, maybe since Terrific Con or something like that. I don't even know. Maybe it's hard to recall, but appreciate you guys stopping by, and anyone watching on the rewind, hit the thumbs up, do the subscribe, all that stuff. I think I'm like 3 subscribers away from 1,100, which is barely a milestone. But we're gonna get started not with some comic books, but with a quick AOK share, because I wanted to share this. Daymares, our buddy Daymares, Adam, he sent me, I don't remember when this was, but he sent me a couple of comic book related watches, because I have kind of shared on my Instagram and on this channel before that I have a small watch collection, and some of those watches are like comic book pop culture related. So he sent me a few that he had lying around, I think from Skybound Entertainment, Robert Kirkman's company. So this is the only one that isn't sealed. The other ones are sealed. So this is an Outcast. Here's the box. Outcast comic watch, and you take the inside plastic thing out. There you can see the watch. So yeah, pretty cool, like branded Skybound Entertainment comic watches that I guess they have as part of their like merch strategy or whatever. That one's opened. The rest were sealed, and I kept them sealed so far. This one's sealed. It's Outcast as well. Kind of see the watch in there a little bit, barely. But yeah, that's what the box looks like. Pretty cool box. And then there was a Walking Dead one in there as well, of course. Also Skybound, Robert Kirkman stuff. Cool box on that. Especially on I like the back, and then you get like the branding on this. Oh, that's upside down. The Walking Dead. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool sealed watches. And then this is probably the one that I like the most, because it's something that I'm a fan of, I guess, if you will, a fairly big fan of. That's Invincible. So this one is sealed, and I think JP is doing an Invincible indie show again at some point. Maybe this week. I don't recall exactly. Maybe even today. You'll have to mention that in the chat. But this is a really awesome Invincible sealed watch thing. I don't know if it's kind of hard to see through the plastic. I'm almost tempted to open these, but I'll leave it sealed for now. I don't know. I'm still deciding what to do about sealed watches. It's not like, I don't think there's only going to be any sealed grading of comic book watches or anything like that. So I don't think I have to worry about losing much value or anything. And it was an A-OK, so I would never sell it, most likely. What's up? Just a little podcast cookie in the house. Oh, okay. It's tonight at 9 Eastern on. I don't know how far along they are in the book. So, that's a spoiler show. So just FYI for people. Okay. Issues 60 to 70. Okay. Yeah. So spoiler show. So don't watch that if you want to read it and not be surprised or whatever. But we're going to get right into some comics that have been lying around. What's up, Los in the house? Yeah, thanks, brother. Yeah, it's going to be fun to get back to the NYCC experience, altered, however it may end up. But I've already, I got my badges. I've got my vaccination check wristband and everything. I've got pretty much have everything I need to show up super early and get on the crazy ass line to get in at some time between 7 and 8 in the morning is likely when I'll be lining up, and then they let people in at 10 a.m. So it's going to be quite a long wait on the line, but I'm prepared. I'm good to go. We got Sharon, Life with Two YouTubers. What's up, Sharon? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. All right, so some of these comics have been, like I said, sitting around for a while, so I don't, forgive me if I don't know all the details. I think like back in early to mid-summer, I took like a couple weeks sort of out of the city in Jersey, and I hit up a bunch of local comic shops. So I think this stack of books is all from, those like local shops in Jersey that I was hitting up, starting with this Earth X Zero, John Paul Leon cover and art. Rest in peace. Pick that up. I got this Spider-Man Blue #1. It's a Tim Sale Spider-Man cover. That's from the Marvel Knights period. Yep, Marvel Knights. What's this one? We got Spider-Man The Lost Years #1. This is a JRJR cover. That one in the stack. We had this Dark Hawk #3, which I just got for the Spider-Man cover here because this was the guest starring Spider-Man issue for that title. It's a cool Spidey cover on a Dark Hawk book. Everything I got from those Jersey shops was pretty low key. We had a Spectacular Spider-Man #112 with the classic Santa with the gun and cigarette cover, which is pretty cool. We got Witches #2. That is a Jock cover. We had the Rocketeer, the official movie adaptation of the Rocketeer with, of course, a Dave Stevens cover right there. Awesome cover. Really cool movie adaptation comic. And then this is a book that some of you may know that I basically hoard, is probably the right way to describe it. And that's Fantastic Four Annual #5. I found 4 copies of this at one shop and I bought them all. It's the first solo Silver Surfer story. So, and Jack Kirby goodness. So Fantastic Four Annual #5. There's the lowest grade copy. It's got like a rip across the top and everything, but pretty low grade copy of that, but still picked it up anyway. There was another copy of it, slightly nicer. Another copy of it, slightly nicer than that. And this one, probably the best one among that 4. And I think at this point I may have like 12 copies or something like that. Not 100% sure, but just 4 copies from that trip to New Jersey alone I found. Yeah, I love this Kirby cover, and it's the first solo Silver Surfer story, so it's a underrated Silver Age key. What's up, Unruly Simeon, saying not getting notifications. I'm not either, honestly, for a lot of the channels I'm subscribed to, and I go live so infrequently, I guess, that maybe the majority of my subscribers are probably not getting notifications from me anymore, which I guess is understandable because I don't really do much anymore, but that is what it is. And then the last thing I found in that New Jersey shop run or series of shops that I hit up, and I got to rebag and board this into something much nicer, is this official movie souvenir magazine from 1989 Batman that Topps put out back when the movie was coming out. Just classic. You got Michael Keaton Batman, Jack Nicholson Joker on the cover. You have that. You have the first Bat movie. Well, not first movie, but you have the '89 Batmobile thing. Just a great, kind of nostalgia find for, I think this was $1 or whatever, but yeah. Oh, you got notified? Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, Cookie, like, just, this is so cool, man. I definitely need to put it in something nicer. This is like some piece of cardboard and like a ratty old bag that it was in. I need to get magazine size bags and boards again. Arsenio, what's good, man? Dude, congrats on fatherhood, brother. I've been following your social media posts on like Facebook and Instagram and whatnot. I'm so happy for you, dude. Are you going to NYCC tomorrow? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you weren't, because you're a new dad and everything. But if you do go, hit me up. I'm probably only going to be at Javits Thursday and Sunday, but I'm going to be all over town Friday and Saturday doing other things related to people, coming into town for the event and whatnot. So it should be fun. Okay, you're going one day. Okay, cool. Yeah, one day. That's all you need, man. Especially you got a new baby to take care of. What's up, Sam Rojas in the house? Good to see you, brother. Thank you for popping in here. Hopefully I'll see you at the con at some point too, man. I'm looking forward to meeting you in person. That would be cool. So that was the stack from like my New Jersey LCS visits, I guess, from several months ago over the summer. We're going to move on to, these are just like random books from random sources. Oh, you got the 4-day pass, but yeah, I hear you, dude. Well, if you going one day is plenty, honestly, if you do it right. But honestly, you probably just need a little bit of a break from no sleep, I would imagine, and everything you got going on right now with the new kid. But okay, Sam, you're going to be there the same days as me. Okay, cool, man. I'll hit you on IG, man. I definitely want to make time to meet up with you. Okay, so like I said, these next books are just like from various all over the place. If I remember the details, I'll try to remember, but I may not remember all the details. You've been snoring a lot. Man. Jimmy says he only did one day at MegaCon, came back with a massive haul. Yeah. Not surprising. That was an epic day at MegaCon, though. But anyway, let's get right into the books. We got Last Ronin number 3. Did issue 4 come out? Did number 4 come out and I missed it? Because it's possible that it already came out, but number 3 is the last one that I had like sitting in my, magazine size stack, or whatever you want to call it. Speaking of magazines, I picked up 2 copies of Wizard magazine issue number 201. So this is the A cover and this is the B cover. Now, you might be asking yourself, why the hell did you pick up 2 copies of Wizard magazine issue 201? No offense to Wizard magazine aficionados. I'm one of those. I love Wizard magazine. I love just picking up a Wizard just to flip through and kind of like take a trip back in time in comic book culture. But there's a published illustration on the inside of this issue by Mike Perkins that I have the original art for, that I own the OA for. So I wanted to have the published example, as I usually want to have in the collection. So that's why I picked those up. Picked this up, this Kabuki Images. So this is obviously David Mack Kabuki, but you also have all these other artists. Matt Wagner. I can't read that. Matt Wagner, Mike Mignola, J. Scott Campbell, Mike Allred, James O'Barr, Adam Warren, P. Craig Russell, Jill Thompson, Dan Brereton, Rick Mays, Jay Lee, and more. So it's a Kabuki art book with many artists who contributed to it. So I thought that was pretty cool, with an awesome cover by, of course, David Mack, who is going to be at NYCC Artist Alley all 4 days, I believe. Or I think he may be set up at one of the booths. Like, I'm losing track of the information. What's up, Comics Quest in the house? Wizard was awesome. I agree with you. I'm on the same page. I love Wizard. I don't have like a comprehensive, like full run of Wizard. I got a few random issues. And then if I get artwork that was published inside, that was contributed, then I tend to get those issues. But I may have like 10 or 12 Wizards in the collection. Nothing insane. Anyway, moving on, more comics. We have Venom 200. This is, or I think Legacy number 200, issue 35 of the Donny Cates run, if I'm not mistaken. This is the Jock cover. So I especially liked this cover. So that is the cover that I grabbed for that issue. I don't know if Lasso's still in the chat, but I got a few Wonder Woman related books. I picked up the fallout from Future State and, the new Wonder Woman, Yara Flor. So now she's in her own series, Wonder Girl. So this is the Joelle Jones, I believe. Or no, is this Joelle Jones? I honestly don't remember who did this cover. So if anybody knows, let me know. But Wonder Girl number 1. I don't know if Unruly's talking about the Venom here. Probably the Venom Jock. But anyway, Wonder Girl number 1. And this is the Bilquis Evely, I think, cover. So there's two. I think these are the two main covers. Yeah, this is Bilquis, and I think this is Joelle, but I could be wrong about that. Oh yeah, Joelle. Okay, cool. Was there a version of it? I didn't realize. If there is, I would probably be interested in finding it. Also, I think that was my favorite because there were so many covers, variant covers for that issue. So I also got the blank cover. I may bring this with me tomorrow to Artist Alley and just do something random with, maybe a new artist that I don't have any artwork from. I don't know. We'll see. I might bring a few blanks and, for some spur of the moment sketch cover commissions. Oh, okay, it's a 1 in 1,000. Well, then never mind. I don't want to pay 1 in 1,000 money for a variant comic anymore these days, unfortunately. I picked this up, the next Batman Second Son. I've been really enjoying all the next Batman stuff. So as far as Future State goes, like it was Future State and now it's what? Infinite Frontier, I guess. Is that like that through line in DC Comics? All good, Comic Quest. Appreciate you watching on the rewind. Have a good day at work. What was I saying? Anyway, Future State. So I've been enjoying, out of the whole Future State stuff that I've checked out, I've been enjoying Next Batman, the Wonder Woman / Wonder Girl stuff, and the Swamp Thing stuff, written by Ram V and illustrated by Mike Perkins. That stuff's mind-blowing, as well as, to me, as well as everything Ram V has been doing. You'll see more Ram V stuff that I picked up in the trade paperbacks once I get to that stack. I've just been really digging his body of work last several months, probably the things I've been reading the most. Anyway, wanted to mention that, but so those are the three storylines that I've kind of continued on in this like Elseworlds side of DC that's not in the like current timeline of DC continuity. But anyway, I am enjoying those. These next few are just Jenny Frizen's, Jenny Frizen cover buys, essentially. So the new Wonder Woman 80th anniversary one shot that came out this week was amazing. Oh, really? Okay, I think I saw you post about it. I'll have to check that out at some point. Let's see. Okay, anyway, where was I? Jenny Frizen cover buys. So this is Batman Black and White number 5. Jenny Frizen. I just really, really like that one. Not much explanation necessary for all these Frizens. I just like them, and I have a whole short box of Frizens. Catwoman 30. Super good right here. Love that. More Jenny Frizen goodness. Catwoman 31. Ivy and Catwoman. Man, I love that one. That one's really, really nice. Had to grab that one. Catwoman 31. Here's another Frizen. This was, I don't remember which issue of Something is Killing the Children. This is 16, 17. Somebody in the chat probably knows. But yeah, another Frizen for the Frizen collection. Yeah, buy all Frizen. I mean, I try not to buy all. You know, I still try to be a little bit selective because she has a lot of them. But yeah, pretty much a sound philosophy right there. Okay, it is 16. Speaking of Frizen, I plugged a few more holes in my Jenny Frizen Wonder Woman cover run, which I'm trying to collect complete. And so Wonder Woman 23, Jenny Frizen was one of the ones I was missing. Love that one. Great one right there. And then one of the other ones I was missing was Wonder Woman number 56. So I found those two. And guess what? That brings me to a complete set, a complete run of the Jenny Frizen Wonder Woman variants on her cover run on Wonder Woman. I am now completed with that project, I guess. It's not like a full run of comics, like 1 through whatever. It's like starts at one of the earlier issues and then goes on, almost 50 some odd covers. And these are definitely, I think, 2 of the nicer ones, which is maybe why it took me a lot longer to find these. Yeah, definitely. These are 2 great examples from her cover run. And now I am done with that project. So maybe I can do a standalone video of like, here's my whole set or something like that. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I won't. I don't know. What's up, C. Woodard? Carson in the house. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for stopping in here. You're missing about 12. That's not too bad. I was missing like 15 or 16 when the year started, and now we're 10 or 11 months into the year now. So it took me about, majority of the year to find the rest of them for, not crazy money or whatever, just kind of like slowly over time. And then the other main run that I'm working on, and good timing for C. Woodard 19 to show up here in the chat, is the TMNT Volume One run. So I found a few more. So I found a copy of 61. So 61 is now in the collection. I found a copy of 51. 51 is now in the collection right here. Found a copy of, hard to see, 40. This is 48 or 49. That my lighting is not bright enough in here for me to properly read the print. I think it's 48, but I mean, it's either 48 or 49. Not 100% sure. What's up, Beta Ray? Jim is in the house. Good to see you, Beta Ray. Thank you for stopping in. So those are 3 TMNT Volume 1 run fillers right here. Here's another one that I found in the last several months. I think this is number 44. Man, I wish the print for like, what issue number it is and stuff on some of these covers was brighter or easier to read. So yeah, 44 on that. How did I pull a Kenny? I want to know what I did to pull a Kenny, or maybe it was somebody else. Seawood, love the City at War storyline. Still looking for 57, 59, 48, and 49. Okay. I think I have all of those. I'm only missing, I think, 3, but I have a couple more editions that I haven't shown, including this one. This is the second printing, I believe, for issue number 6. And I have one more TMNT Volume 1 run book to show later when I get to the slab section. So, little patience, and when we get to the slab section, I'll have another TMNT Volume 1 book. We got Steve, Geeks and Drinks, cooking while watching in the background. Appreciate that, brother. We got Graphic Man in the house. Good to see you, Graphic Man. Hope you're doing well. So anyway, TMNT Volume 1, number 6. I believe that is the second printing. Just gonna move books here. This is all real time stack shuffling going on here. Bear with me. Pick this up. This was I forget which retailer had this exclusive, but it was the Zoo Orzu Marauders. What was that whole event in the summer? It was the something gala, the Hellfire Gala. So it was part of that whole Hellfire Gala event thingamajiggy across all the X titles. But this cover, this Zoo Orzu variant cover, just blew me away. I just really love it. It's an Emma Frost cover. So this was for Marauders number 21. So there's the trade dress version. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous Zoo Orzu. And then had to get the Virgin as well. So here's the trade dress and matching set Virgin for Marauders 21, Emma Frost Hellfire Gala dress cover. Just beautiful Zoo Orzu painted mixed media work right there. Beta Ray saying he loves the Hellfire Gala covers. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen a ton of them, but that one I love that one. Caught my eye. Yo, what's up, James? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, definitely. Like, she's one of my favorite cover artists. For especially a lot of these variants and stuff and exclusives. Like, I'm not big on those, like buying the books anyway. But I'll make an exception for a few artists, including her and a couple others. I may have shown these comics before on the channel. In the video I did showcasing the AOK from JoJo. What's up, Adam? Bear Island in the house. Good to see you. But I'll re-show them anyway because they're sitting here in the stack. So we have Tales of Suspense number 61. Pretty early Marvel Silver Age Tales of Suspense action right there. And then we had also Tales of Suspense number 62, which I picked up from her as part of that haul. And that's, of course, the origin of the Mandarin. Shang-Chi came out, really loved the movie, had a great time with it. Those are two books that I picked up in that haul that I'm just going to re-show here. What's up, Thunderhouse Design in the house? Good to see you guys. Or see you, rather. This one was cool. I found this at the Clifton Comic Art, Clifton Comic Show. After I went to the Comic Art Con, me and Tony hit up the Comic Art Con, I want to say early September. And then right after the Comic Art Con, we went down to Clifton. We had lunch in between. We went to the Clifton Comic Show. I found a few books, nothing crazy. But this one was pretty cool because I had never seen this before in the wild. This was like a video game related comic to the Dr. Doom's Revenge video game. It's a John Romita Sr. cover. So anyway, Marvel Comics and Paragon Software present the Amazing Spider-Man and Captain America in Dr. Doom's Revenge. So pretty interesting book. This was in pretty nice shape. This came out in 1989 and I think was related to the Dr. Doom's Revenge video game in some way or the other, but a really cool Romita Sr. cover with Doom, Spidey, and Cap. So in nice shape. So I couldn't let that one go. I had to snag that one on my way out of the Clifton Comic Show. Arsenio, are you chasing anything crazy this year at NYCC? No, not really. I'm bringing a bunch of original art that I am willing to make deals with for trades. Like, so I'll have a portfolio with me that I'm going to, I might potentially utilize some of that art towards other art, either, from the OA dealers or just for straight up cash. And then I spend that cash in Artist Alley maybe. So that's kind of my general strategies. I'm using my collection to fund NYCC this year, I guess, in a way. But I also am bringing a little bit of a bankroll, but not my like normal, crazy kind of thing that I would do in years past. Which artist is the Don Dada most looking forward to seeing at NYCC? I don't know. It's a good question. I mean, I'm still kind of honestly catching up to who is actually going to be appearing and not appearing, even as of now. So, I would like to, see some of the artists on, Felix's roster that I know are going to be there, like Daniel Warren Johnson and, of course, Stegman and a few others. But I haven't really thought too hard about that necessarily. And Zoo Orzu also is going to be there. and David Mack, which I know you're a fan of, so I'm excited to see all of them as well. But yeah, I'm excited to see a lot of the people, and it's just the information this time has been so late in the game that I honestly don't feel very prepared at all. Like I need to go through the NYCC app, go into Artist Alley, and go like up and down the thing, and do. That's going to be the last thing I do before going to bed tonight, I guess. Sam saying, hope I can get it, Daniel. Yeah, exactly, right. Like that's a tough one to get. Always pretty quickly filled up as far as those opportunities, but I'm trying to go there as early as I can tomorrow, but we'll see. These next few books I picked up from Whodat in one of his auctions that he does regularly. It was before Hurricane Ida messed up the Gulf and his whole area, and I definitely feel for him and hope things are getting better over there for him. Hurricane Ida really blew up my life as well here, both in Brooklyn and New Jersey. We had to deal with major flooding and damage and stuff, especially New Jersey. So that was a nightmare little stretch of time. So I definitely empathize with Whodat, although he had it much worse. So shout out to you, brother. Hope you're doing well, man. But anyway, thank you for the books. This was some sort of lenticular thing. This was like a freebie. It's like a Punisher War Machine, one of those lenticular covers. I'm not even sure like when this book came out or any of the details. I think it might be some sort of minor key, but I don't know. It was a bonus, I think, that he just threw into the lot. That there was one book I wanted in a lot of books. Everything else was just bonus, really, even though they were literally part of the lot he was showing on his auction. I really didn't care about the other books. It's the last book of these four that I really cared about. Yeah, it is a pretty fun effect for sure, man. Definitely a fun effect, those lenticulars. But anyway, we had a Rich Buckler cover here, Fantastic Four 151. This was another kind of bonus in there that I didn't really care about. Geek's first Frank Castle in War Machine armor. Okay, I guess that's a minor key, I guess. So that was a Fantastic Four back issue, and then we had there was a John Byrne X-Men issue in this lot, Uncanny X-Men number 124 with Dave Cockrum cover. So Claremont, Byrne, and Cockrum on the cover. So Uncanny 124. Not the best shape. Like it presents okay, but it's not in the best condition when you actually open the book and kind of inspect the book, especially page quality wise, but not bad. Marvel did a bunch of those a few years back. The lenticulars, classic covers with new titles around the time the Cosmic Ghost Rider. Okay, that makes sense. Later, Arsenio. Yeah, Ian, hit me up if we don't bump into each other. Hit me up if you can, or I'll try to hit you up. But have a good night, man. Get some rest. All right. So this is the actual book that I wanted in that comic lot, and that is Daredevil 181, Death of Elektra. So obviously I've been on a Elektra kick, an Elektra binge in all sorts of ways. So this is a key issue in her, first story arc / introductions into Marvel continuity and the Daredevil world. So yeah, this is a really pretty nice copy of 181, Death of Elektra. Gotta have that one. It's a Daredevil and Elektra collector. Pairs nicely with the first appearance. You gotta have the first appearance and then the death or whatever. So happy to have found that, and thank you to Whodat for that pretty nice copy of that book. Okay, and then these next two books were from my buddy George over all the way in Germany, Danger Room Comics on Instagram. So he threw in this really cool, I think this is a Delato Spidey. This is like a postcard. So it's actually from like, some sort of comic festival, and there's a handwritten note on it and everything included with the book. So pretty cool little bonus. I think there might be another bonus in here. Yeah. So that was one of them, and then this was the other one. So two like postcard bonuses that Danger Room threw in, and they're both from the comic festival in München. I butchered that pronunciation. München, Germany. But yeah, really cool of George, and he was having a bunch of claim sales on his Instagram, I believe. And so I picked up 2 books from him. One was this Strange Tales issue number 134, just an awesome Watcher Jack Kirby cover. And look, I got this book months ago, like way before What If and all that stuff. And I don't know if any Watcher related books have spiked since What If has came out or not. I haven't really been following the market on that, if I'm honest. But this is a classic Kirby cover in my book. So Kirby, Watcher, Strange Tales, decent condition, presents well on a Mylar, good enough for my enjoyment level on it. But yeah, thank you, George, for that one. Really cool book. And then this is probably, I guess, the bigger of the 2 books that I got from him. Although I don't really know value-wise, like where it's at these days. I know this book overall has like skyrocketed from its original form in the United States. But this is, and don't be shocked real quick. I mean, I have this comic in a slab already, but the original, but this is the German reprint. I mean, it looks so exact. It's crazy to me. Like, I mean, there, you can, I don't know if you can actually read the German on there, but I don't know. I mean, to the naked eye, just on a YouTube haul video, this looks like an original Hulk 181 to me with the 25 cents and everything. But this is the German reprint edition, which I think came out in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong about that as well. But yeah, thank you, George Danger Room, for these 2 books. Happy to have this Hulk 181 German edition. Second 181 of this haul. The other one was Daredevil 181. This is a Hulk 181 German edition. Yeah, exactly. Wolvie and the Green Guy, indeed. So yeah, so that was a bunch of raw books. Let me see. I mean, I got a bunch of stacks here. I don't know. I mean, I've already been going 38 minutes. This is crazy. I'm gonna skip straight to the slabs, some slabs, just to get that out of the way, since people are watching. I got at least 12 people watching. So I'll just show you guys the slabs right now. If people want to see them again later, that's fine. Catwoman number 1. This is the DC Batik edition with the Stanley Art Germ Lau cover, signed CGC yellow label. That gold foil goodness or whatever. Yeah, right. The German reprint might indeed be the only affordable version, and it's a much cooler reprint than the facsimile that has a barcode on it and says, $3.99 or whatever. For me, the foreign edition reprints of these like big keys are way cooler to me than the facsimiles or whatever. But that's just me. But yeah, I love this Catwoman cover. It's a great art germ and, great signature, color placement, everything. Decent placement. Pretty cool. Kind of an impulse buy. Wouldn't be surprised if ultimately I move this on to another collector, but I'm gonna enjoy it for a while. And I got a good deal on it. This was kind of like, somebody's trying to move some inventory along kind of thing. So, got that one. Pretty cool. Put this back on the shelf right here. Got 2 Commandy slabs. One Commandy issue number 32, 9.2 white pages. So this issue is important for a few different reasons to me. I do own some Jack Kirby artwork from the interior, so that's obviously important for me. But this also retells the origin / story from the first issue of Commandy. As you can see, the Statue of Liberty there, so it's kind of referencing the classic origin of Commandy. And then in addition to that, if you look over here in the corner, there's a intimate glimpse of there's basically kind of like a like a profile on Jack in this issue. I have raw copies of this issue as well, so I've actually flipped through this issue and looked at the sort of behind the scenes coverage of Jack with photos from his studio and everything like that. So this has a lot of cool elements for me, you know, the artwork, the retelling of the origin in the first issue, and then that like behind the scenes, you know, it's a 4-page like biography / profile on Jack Kirby. So I picked that up in a 9.2 white pages. Yeah, I love Commandy too. I really kind of got in on that run over the I guess this is year 2 of the pandemic. But what's up, Biggie Shack in the house? He says that Giant is the second best of the run. Yeah, I love this one, man. It's a good one. And then the other book, you know, it pairs. This is a pair right here. Commandy #1, and I picked this up in a 9.4 white pages. Obviously, first appearance and origin of Commandy. Statue of Liberty cover, first appearance of Ben Boxer, Dr. Canis, and Great Caesar. And there, yeah, exactly, right? Top 2 Commandy books that I would ever want in a slab. Maybe there might be 1 or 2 others, but these are probably the ones that I need. And not, you know, you can see the yellow label, not signed by Jack Kirby, but signed by Mike Royer. So the inker of the cover here, Jack Kirby, Mike Royer. So 9.4 white pages, yellow label, signed by Mike Royer. So there's the Commandy set of slabs. And 1 more slab for now, and then I'll move on to other stuff. I showed a few other run fillers for my TMNT Volume #1 run earlier. I teased that there was going to be another TMNT Volume 1 book later once I got to the slabs. And so the biggest book that I had been missing since I got the first print of issue 1, which you can see behind me in the background right there. When I got that at C2E2 Chicago, which feels like forever ago at this point, you know, after I got that, tackled that hurdle, the biggest book that I was missing was a first print copy of #2. I had a second print copy of #2 for a while, and that's in my like magazine short box. And of course, you know, that's first appearance of April O'Neil. That's kind of the real key thing behind it. So I knew that I had to track down a copy of the first print of TMNT #2. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to consider the run finished at any point. I still missing 3 other books as well. But I finally did find it at a reasonable price, well below GPA, FMV. Made a pretty good deal on it. You know, I don't know if this is a good deal in 2 years ago's terms. Like, I don't know what this book was going for at this grade at C2E2, you know, a year and a half ago or however long ago it was. It may have been a much better deal then if I got it at the same time as #1. I don't know. That's all hindsight at this point. But here it is. I got a 9.2 off-white to white pages of TMNT #2 first print, first appearance of April O'Neil. So yeah, man, 9.2 off-white to white pages. There's the back cover. It's a wraparound cover. But yeah, that's probably the slab highlight of the haul. I've got like 4 stacks of trade paperbacks, hardcovers, other miscellaneous things. I've got 3 stacks of like Star Wars comic book haul stuff. But I'm gonna sort of defer to the chat if I should get into any of that stuff on this, or just do it as another video next week, or you know, or another day, because I'm already at 45 minutes, and I know long videos are a challenge for. Thank you, JP, are a challenge for people to watch. But if you guys want me to keep going, I'll keep going. But if you think I should just cut it here at 45 minutes, so maybe some people will watch it on the rewind. I don't know. I'm open to suggestions. I do have to like get some rest tonight, hopefully, because it's NYCC tomorrow, and I'm starting to feel the excitement, you know. Biggie's like, you're just gaining steam. Okay, I'll go. All right, I'll at least go 15 minutes more. I'll try to burn through some of the other stuff if I can, quick, slightly quicker, hopefully. All right, trade paperbacks and hardcovers and stuff. I'm gonna go quick. We only find them when they're dead. Al Ewing. Have not read it yet. Have heard decent things about it. Don't know. Do you guys know? Let me know. Let's see. Star Wars, Dark Empire, The New Republic, Legends. This is the Marvel Epic Collection. It collects Star Wars Dark Empire 1 through 6, Star Wars Dark Empire 2 1 through 6, Star Wars Empire's End 1 through 2, Star Wars Handbook number 1 and 3, and material from Star Wars Tales 8, 11, 16, and 16 through 17. Let's see. Sorry, I'm gonna go quick with these trades. Another copy of Watchmen. I have like 3 hardcovers already, and so I didn't buy this. Somebody threw this in with some other deal that I made, some other, acquisition or whatever, and they just threw in this extra copy of like the 4th print of Watchmen trade paperback, which came out. I don't know. Is there a year on this? There's like a sticker over the back of where like the publication date is. I don't know why I don't know that this is worth putting in a bag. But if you want to buy that, Steve, I'll just send it to you at some point with some other stuff. You don't need to buy it. I don't think it's really worth anything. But if it is worth something, then tell me I'm an idiot. But it was a bonus, and I already have multiple hardcovers and stuff. I might flip through it just for fun, just to see if the artwork translates differently or something, but not something I need. Anyway, moving on. 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, Simon Bisley. So this collects the whole storyline that came out on Heavy Metal, which I have the individual issues or whatever. It came out in 3 like oversized, I think, issues. And then this is just the hardcover that collects the whole storyline. So I got the hardcover for the shelf, so I can just have the whole thing, horror apocalypse, epicness from the biz on that. Sam saying Watchmen. It is an iconic looking trade paperback, just instantly recognizable. I mean, it's Watchmen. You don't have Watchmen at all? Like, you don't have any trade or hardcover for it? Yeah, I'll definitely hook you up with that, dude. I mean, I'm not going to be in any rush to ship it to you or anything, but we'll figure it out. Hit me up on IG. This one is still sealed. I've never read this. I think I picked this up during my New Jersey trip that I shared some books earlier. This is League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, Black Dossier, Alan Moore. So still sealed. Have not gotten into that just yet. This one I have obviously read before, as I own artwork from the series. Sean Gordon Murphy, Batman, Curse of the White Knight. Got the hardcover. So I got the hardcover collection for White Knight, so I figured I'm definitely gonna get the hardcover collection for Curse of the White Knight. So I did. So that's gonna be on the shelf. What's up, Super Russ 9000? Yeah, right, Chris. Yeah. I'm just as surprised, that I'm going live as that you are in the chat. So it all evens out. Let's see, but active is a stretch. I'm alive. Is probably a better accounting of it. Dark Knight Returns, The Golden Child, Frank Miller. Amazing artwork from Rafael Garampa. So that's a hardcover. We're well into this stream, so I'm kind of just have already gotten to like hardcovers and trade paperbacks. But I'll do a quick recap for some of you latecomer guys. What's up, Haile? Comic Bro in the house. Good to see you, man. Another Frank Miller Batman thing. Frank Miller, Klaus Janson, The Dark Knight Returns, Batman Noir. So this is like, it's DKR in black and white, essentially, is what it is. This one's still sealed. Have not gotten into that one just yet. Mr. Miracle Deluxe Edition. I've read this one a few times. Tom King, Mitch Gerard's. I have the soft cover, the soft cover trade paperback. I kind of worn that out at this point. But I decided to get the Deluxe Edition hardcover for it, for the shelf, for the library. And then I got a few more things that I've already read for the shelf library situation. 2 more hardcovers. Sandman Deluxe Edition, Book 1. I think this, how many issues does this collect? So this is 1 through 16. on Sandman. Hardcover, still sealed. I mean, I've read the whole series, so these might stay sealed. I don't know. We'll see. And then this is book 2, which collects issues 17 through 31, plus some other like one-shots and whatnot. There it is. So 1 and 2. All right, so I gotta move these stacks again in like reverse order. Hold on. Bear with me, guys. So I only have so much space on the desk here, so I kind of have to maneuver stuff without dropping everything. Oh my god. All right. Sorry, bear with me. All right, so I actually have these sitting on top that have nothing to do with comics, but they're just kind of sitting on this stack of stuff that I picked up. These are just 2 sealed copies of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on Nintendo Switch, which I still have yet to play, but I now own 2 sealed copies. I think one of them is legitimately sealed. I am not an expert on video games and like sealed and post seals versus original factory seals. I'm the wrong guy, but I believe this one is factory sealed. This one, on the other hand, has like a reseller kind of sticker on the back of it, and the seal feels like it's a little bit looser. So I think this one I would consider a resealed game. So this one is probably the one I will open and play. We'll see once I can carve out enough time to play a Zelda game, definitely after New York Comic Con. But yeah, have those. And then I had a Blu-ray pickup recently. I picked up the 4-movie collection set, and this is definitely a reseal, I think. Or it's just an extremely old like seal that's like wearing off. But this just collects the first 3 Matrix movies and the Animatrix, which was amazing. I loved the Animatrix. I thought that was really, really cool at the time when it was coming out. Pick this up. We got this is a Star Wars High Republic manga. Star Wars High Republic, The Edge of Balance. Have not read that one yet, but I am looking forward to it because I'm pretty much enjoying everything High Republic related. I mentioned Ram V earlier. I'm really going down a rabbit hole the last, I think, 3 to 5 months. Pretty much read 80% of everything he's written now at this point. I've got a few indie books that I have not yet read. But a few of the highlights as far as trades are these 2, Blue and Green. I mean, the artwork by Anand Radhakrishnan on this is just really trippy and psychedelic, and just, I mean, it's brilliant. It's brilliant, brilliant writing, brilliant artwork. Another team up by Ram V and Anand was this indie book, Graffiti's Wall. Just, I mean, the artwork is just really, really cool. It's kind of has a Mafoodish kind of vibe to me in this story. But yeah, like those quite a bit. Have read those. Then there's a couple art books in here. Later, Steve. They did the Matrix of the Animaniacs. That would be interesting. That would be fun. Yeah, I'm still reading the last book. I'm about 200 pages in, or 250 pages in, and it's like, I think it's 400 pages. And I still need to listen to that audio book that came out. And then there's like some comic book miniseries that have branched off of the main 2 comic. So they're starting to release this High Republic stuff in a little bit too quick for me to, always be 100% caught up. But I'm trying. It's a little difficult. But I picked up 2 copies of this art book. I cannot show you any of the inside because there's some definitely not safe for YouTube stuff in here. But that piece in the background you see of like that warrior woman right there is by this artist, Aranza Sestayo, and it is published in this art book. But I picked up 2 copies for no particular reason, because I picked up 1 copy, forgot I actually got it, and then ordered it again because I forgot. So that's just how it goes sometimes. Here's another art book, The Art of Hong Wen, which is he's a comic artist that did some work for Marvel in the 90s, but then he kind of went off and did his own thing, and he works for Namco Bandai Games. So he's like the art director for like a lot of their video games and series and stuff like that. But I picked up his art book. I do own some original art by him, Punisher related, which is really cool, because he did an issue of Punisher, and then he did some Punisher War Zone, I believe. Not War Journal, but War Zone. But yeah, I love his artwork. I think it's really cool. So I picked up that art book. I think I showed this at some point on the channel because I do own the artwork for the Jim Mahfood print that goes along with this. This is the Sublime comic. Lots of cool prints in here. Let's see, I hope try not to mess these up too badly. But this is the print that I own the artwork for. But there's a lot of cool prints in this. Barrett's like, I'm not really safe for YouTube. That's true. But real quickly, I'll just show you the prints that came with the comic package. That's that one. And then the comic itself, it's like a telling of the origin. You know, that's the back. This is the front. This is the back. And it's literally a comic book that sort of tells the history of Sublime. Here, there's a good example. From like back from their early days to I think I honestly don't know how far into the band's history it goes. I've only read like the first chapter so far. Need to circle back to that, but yeah, that's a cool box set. Let me put these back real quick before I continue. Sorry. Careful with these. Man, this is like the most stuff I've ever had on my desk in one video. And this is probably the hardest. Yeah, that was Lou Dog. Let's see. So this is, I mean, honestly, I don't even know how to show this thing. I might do a whole video on this. But this is the Marvel made Paragon collection, Chris Claremont. So, I mean, it looks like it's a massive, collected edition of the Chris Claremont run on X-Men. But then it opens, and on the inside you actually have the book. So the book is a little bit more manageable, right? So this is the whole Chris Claremont run on X-Men in like a super fancy, like package or whatever. Comes with this certificate of authenticity. And then it comes with a whole package of goodies. Like these are prints that look like original art, but they're actually just prints. I just have too much stuff on my desk. I'm not going to dig into these. I'm going to do a whole standalone video on this. I want to do a separate video on this package. But it's super cool. And then it also came with a bunch of exclusive comics and variants as well in there, which I believe there's a new story in there. No, I actually do want to open it big, but I we're already at an hour, and I think that deserves its own video because I think enough people will be interested to see what this package looks like to be its own video. And then you get like some Marvel coupon code, whatever junk jargon stuff in there, but pretty cool package, honestly, for X-Men fans, especially if anyone who enjoys the Chris Claremont run on X-Men. So that's probably the weirdest or just most unique pickup from the trade paperback haul. I mean, I don't know. I still have a few other things, but we're at an hour, and per JP's advice, I think earlier in the chat, I am going to call it at a reasonable time or hour. For those of you that showed up late, probably the highlights from the comic call are the German reprint of Hulk 181, which looks so much like the original. It's crazy. Like, unless you literally get close up and read the dialogue. And then, the TMNT #2 first print, first appearance of April O'Neil. Later, Thunderhouse. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. And then the Commandy set of Slabs, number 1, signed by Mike Royer, and then number 32, which retells the origin and has the bio on Jack. So probably my 2 favorite issues of Commandy right here. That is the haul. I still have a whole bunch of other stuff. Like I haven't even unboxed like my Marvel Unlimited package that they send every year for like the premium members or whatever. So I know that there's like a figure in here and that there's like variant comics in here. So I'm going to add that to the stack for like the next one for the stuff I didn't get to this time around. And like I said, I literally have, man, I got to stop messing with Slabs on the shelf. I didn't drop them. Didn't pull a Kenny. But yeah, I got a bunch of stacks of like Star Wars hauls and stuff like that. I need to do one of those Star Wars episodes, I guess. That'd probably be a better avenue for showing the Star Wars books. And I haven't done one of those Star Wars shows in forever. And I've picked up so many different Star Wars comics, original art, covers. I got a freaking Ralph McQuarrie sitting behind me here on the wall that I haven't shown. So I just been slacking big time. Just been really busy, guys. Work and side hustle and all sorts of other stuff. So anyway, it's been a little slow on the content front. Apologize. I appreciate anyone who still subscribes, still watching. Obviously, there's been original art hours every once in a while here on the channel that have popped up, and I know some people still at least watch that. So I appreciate anybody who's still watching that show. But I'll try to step it up a little bit on the comic book content in between the art content. It's it's just been a challenge, if I'm honest, with my time recently, and something had to be sacrificed. Something had to be cut down on a little bit, and it had to be this. But I'm trying to get back into it a little bit. I've got the next few days off. I got NYCC starting tomorrow, so I am excited about that. So I appreciate everybody who watches, and if you see me at NYCC, like I said, please say hello. I would love to say hi, say what up. I'll be there all day tomorrow, probably spending the majority of my time in Artist Alley, and then some of my time on the convention show floor with the original comic art dealers and the vintage comic book dealers. So that's pretty much the game plan. And then I'll be back at Javits on Sunday all day. And then in between on Friday, I'm going to be going to a couple art gallery events. I'm going to be having dinner with an art rep and some pretty big artists potentially on Friday night. So that's going to be fun. I hope that ends up happening because that'll be really cool. And then on Saturday, I may just play it by ear and see what everybody that I know is doing either during the day or at night. And I might go out, might not, might need that one day Saturday to kind of rest up to go back Sunday. Because I'm used to going 4 days in a row, but after a 2-year absence and all this COVID stuff and all these precautions and stuff, I was like, you know what? Let me go 50%. I'll go Thursday and I'll go Sunday. In between, I'll still do fun comic book, and art stuff. But I probably won't be doing it at Javits all day, like I could have, I guess, if I wanted to. But I'm mixing it up a little bit, doing a little bit of different stuff. But yeah, it has been 2 years since New York Comic Con 2019 when Jeffrey was here and all that. So AJ Maldonado, do you know if Bluefin is going to have a booth? I do not know the answer to that, sir. I apologize. But I will just say, if you download the NYCC app, there's a full list of vendors. There's a map. There's a full list of artists in Artist Alley. Yeah, we did, Jeff. We did, Chris. That was 2 years ago. That's what I meant by 2-year gap, 2019 to 2021. And we went all 4 days in 2019. I went all 4 days in 2018. I went all 4 days in 2017. So I pretty much have been on a consistent streak of going all 4 days ever since I started going on a regular basis. But I'm only going 2 out of the 4 days this time. But if the convention is back to its like full capacity, without all the I said 2 years. I mean, I don't. Maybe I did say 3 years, but I meant 2 years. Does it really matter? I love how Chris Barrett is trolling me right now after 5 minutes after the hour on the first comic book stream that I've done in months. But anyway, dude, I appreciate you hanging out. Thanks everybody for watching. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. I may or may not do a NYCC specific haul video. I don't know. I might wait until I have some downtime to like rest up after the convention, but we shall see. Anyway, thanks guys. Appreciate your support. Catch you later. Peace.
Where do I begin? I see the hate, they don't wanna see me win. Bank deposits, I got more coming in. Top down, throw the money in the wind. I don't want it all. Heard this scammer had to switch up the accounts. Moving paper, gotta call it my account. It's all in, I can have it coming out. Been through the struggle, I can see another drought. Yeah, it's not a purse, it's a merch. 6 figures was a goal, now it's 9 or a hearse. Put it work. Used to pull up, not swerve. No time for this, ain't time to put them in the dirt. That's word. I gotta get it, it's in my DNA. You only see the highlights, don't know what it takes. Last year stressing, got no sleep. Now I'm right between the courts, I don't know bleed. I see the hate, they don't wanna see me win. Bank deposits, I got more coming in. Top down,